What is going on, Stevie? What's going on, Jason? Hey, Ed, what are you up to today? Actually made it here right on time today. So what's everybody up to? I gotta get my refill. What's going on, Dion? What?
I forgot what I came in here for.
So what are you doing, Dion? What is going on, Tone? Let's get my refill on my tea here. I got some good news. No, I did not win the lottery. That's the bad news. Sweet, Dion. That means it's growing.
Hi! That's cool.
You swear I look 15 years old? Well, thank you.
He might be drunk.
But I may look 15 from the front side, but look back here. That gray patch says something different. All right, let me hook this up to the old tripod a minute, and we will get to getting some good news today, because a couple things happened today. As you guys know, I normally feed my mice, well, not my mice, I normally go get mice on Sunday just to verify that the hatchling will not eat rats. And the particular one I'm talking about is Stevie's, because his refuses rats, but Stevie's also likes to tip over the water bowl. Let me sign into my account on here real quick. I can't type right.
We'll put the phone down.
So Stevie, are you ready to get your little hatchling? There we go. Signed in and made it. Just about time to go do some stuff here. We'll go take a look at a couple things. Got a couple additions today. And it's not what you're thinking. I did not get any new snakes. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at what all happened today. Everybody knows I have been having issues trying to get the Spinner Blast male to eat. I even tried to assist feed, kept spitting out. So today I went and got a little bit smaller mouse hopper, and he finally ate. About time. You can see the lump in his belly. So he's finally eating, which is good because he's going to go to his new home in a couple weeks. So that's the good news, one of the good news. And let's go in here. The other two hatchlings that I picked up from Repticon, they also ate last night. That's more good news. And then the final bit of good news. Let me turn these fans off because I don't want to blow them in my face. More good news is I picked up some breeder males for my rats, which I told him I wanted lighter color. Let me see if I can find him. He's the one that's, well, let me turn this around. Maybe that'll help. There. He's the one that's got the hood on back there. Let me see if I can pull him out. Oh, where you at, bud? Sorry about the camera angles. I'm trying to get him up here. Where you at, bud? Oh, I know. You're tired, aren't you? You're okay. Go this way, because I got to get this guy. There we go. That's one of my breeder males right here. Got from the pet store today. So that's my group number 1 that I created. Then, I got another one for down here, which he's separated from the females. Evidently, they kicked him to the other side till they get used to him. Here, that's another one of my breeder males. Well, they're not breeder yet, but they're a little bit smaller. But that's another male I picked up for breeding. Up, which I'll let you guys look here real quick, is this one right here. So that's my 3 breeder, the 3 males I picked up for breeding groups. Would the rats eat the new rats that come into the house? No. They're getting along just fine. Hopefully within about 3 weeks or so, they'll start breeding and making babies. As I was cleaning today, I noticed I have probably, and I'm estimating because I did not count exactly, I'm estimating I probably got 10, maybe 15 females that are pregnant. Maybe. We'll say 5 to 15 females that are pregnant. I know 5 for sure. So I have some rat babies before too long. So I'm going to have to build me a rack, I guess. But also, I went ahead and put a couple males in with the females on the snake side. Just because they didn't eat. So I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and throw them together and see if anything happens. And of course, one of the group is the pied to albino, which is Bonnie, to Billy the Kid. So I can get some double heads. And I also threw in another male's shed to try to entice them to breed, because both of them are first timers. And there's that shed. And yes, it looks dirty. Back up, Bonnie. Yes, it's dirty, but that's because they came out of a tub that is using substrate. But as you can tell, I changed all these tubs over last night back to paper. Oh, that one's wet. So what's going on here? I bet someone shed. Oh, we got a shedder. Look at that.
Holy moly. There, this is trash.
One piece shed.
There, thank you.
Look at those colors. Lavender albino female. You can sure see them lavender colors come out. But these guys are back to paper. I still have to do these 2 racks here. But I'm going to work on probably that one after the live stream, and then probably this one sometime this week. Plus, I don't know how far in the near future, but in the near future, I'm going to do a retrofit to those 2 racks there. What I'm going to do, it's going to look completely different. I'm going to go to Target, and I'm going to get some of these tubs here. I'm going to pull these boards off here, go buy me some 3/4 inch ones, and then readjust these heights on this to fit those tubs. And I'm going to leave a gap So it's going to be a lot easier to pull them in and out. It'll just be better off all the way around. And be a lot easier, won't spill as much water. So that is what I'm going to do with those. Is there any questions about what I just went over? And as far as how long it takes for a pinky to turn into a medium, I'm thinking like a month and a half. I'm not really sure. I never really timed it. Let's look and find out. Let's see here. Do. Where's mediums? Trying to find them, Tone. I know it says somewhere online. I just got to make sure I find it. Planning for birth, birthing process, growing and weaning. Let's see here, remove the wheel, blah, blah, blah. I'm not finding it yet. So what are you guys up to today? Rats are full grown in about 7 months. What tub size is good for a 3,000 gram ball python? I have my big girls in a 41 quart tub. That's the biggest tub I have. I think the V70s are about the same size as the 41 quart tubs. So I would say that. Rats get to the size for sexual maturity to become pregnant at 5 weeks old, although it can be dangerous at that age. So, yeah, that's a little bit of rat knowledge there. So, yes, all 3 hatchlings that I got last week did eat. The one being the pied het lavender from Always Evolving. The other 2 from Repticon, which you guys will not find out for another 3 weeks. And 5 of the 6 that I got from the reptile barn did eat again this week. A couple of them ate 2 medium rats, frozen thawed. So they're pounding food left and right. And next weekend, I will be taking them out of quarantine, entering them into the collection. I'm going to be moving the quarantine rack into the collection and leaving the 2 tubs, or the snakes that are in, other snakes that are in quarantine, in the quarantine room. So 2 months they're ready to breed. About 3 months to get mediums, just estimating. I would say that's about right. I never really keep track of how long it takes them to get to a certain size or certain weight. A jumbo is 7 months. That I'm not sure. All I do is I breed them, and as they get up to size, I feed them off. And as soon as they get to about the size I think they're going to start breeding, I start throwing a male in with them and let them have it. And that's it. I try to break my females off when they get about medium size, and then shortly after I'll throw a male in with them. So I just entered 3 males into the rat production and just some new blood. That's what I'm going to do from now on, is when I want to make my collection bigger, I'm going to hold back the females, create a rack for them, and then add males to them. because I think that will be a better option. Yes, you could put males together. They live just fine together. Um, if you don't want to breed males and females, don't keep them together. But they say to a certain size, and then separate the males and females, or the males will start breeding the females. That is what I do know. But like we know here at DCR Reptiles, I need those rats to breed, so them males stay in with those females. That way I can get me some rats. But I just added 8 females to the breeding groups. So hopefully within about 30 to 60 days, we're going to start getting some baby rats from the newbies. Because I imagine some of my other groups are starting to get old. So I'm really trying to concentrate on growing the collection now so I don't shoot myself in the foot later. Because that, male breeder rats only breed for like a year and a half. Let's find out for sure. So when rats get to the wean and get moved over, do you put all in one tub or different tubs since they are siblings? That depends on how many rats from that tub I'm pulling out and putting into another tub. I try not to have wean size rats. I try not to have more than about 15 to 20 per tub, because they grow so quick, they start stinking. So the more rats you have per tub, the worse it's going to stink. So I try to keep about 10 to 15 wean size rats. As they get older, I'll pull them out a little bit. Because it does get pretty bad. Back probably when I first started, when I first had to but when I first had to euthanize a lot of my rats, that weekend I think I euthanized like 90 rats. I had like 20 to 25 rats per tub, and it was bad. It was real bad. The tubs itself was bad. You can smell pneumonia real bad, or ammonia, whatever you want to call it. And I learned then you don't need that many rats per tub. So that's what I come out with. A female rat can mate as many as 500 times with various males during a 6-hour period of Well, I'll just put it on here. That way I don't butcher any words. Read that. Isn't that crazy? That's just nuts, isn't it? But, that rats are like rabbits, I guess. So, that's about it for that. But, let me show you who I put with who. Alright. Let's go over here and take a look and see if we're getting any action yet. I doubt we are. I just put them together. Let me do it this way. Alright, so I got Pixie, which is a classic, in with Charles, which is a spinner. That's them there. Spinners in the back corner. Hopefully they'll do something. And as you can tell, let me back up a little bit. I put today's date. I'll put the date that I get them out, and then a check mark if they did lock during that time. And as you can see, the only other one is Bonnie. I just put them together today. I did put a male's shed in with her. Brittany's arachnids, what's going on? So, that's what's going on breeding-wise right now. Tomorrow, I'll be putting in some more males with females. And hopefully everything will go good. Hopefully, that girl will lock up with the spinner and get the job done. But other than that, that's about all that's happened in the past 24 hours. Headed to your part of the country next week. Good morning. Gotta love carpet pythons. 6:30 there. It's 3:30 here. I guess. Yes, almost 3:30 here in the afternoon. But that's about it. My female pied did eat 2, I guess you'd call it wean rats last night, which is good. I'm glad she's eating. Next year she will definitely be sized enough to breed. I cannot wait. This girl did not eat. If you remember, she did kill the rat, but dumped it in the water bowl. I put another rat in there, but she did not want it. So she did not eat last night. And Buttercup did not eat last night. Pearl did eat last night. You can tell she's getting big. Those 3 girls are getting their guys tomorrow. So, hopefully, that'll work out. And at least 1 or 2 of them will give me a clutch. All 3 of them are first-year breeders. So, don't know if they're going to go this year or not. Cross my fingers they do. At least the genetic blackback and Buttercup, the butterfly. Hopefully they will go. And I'm hoping at least a handful of these girls here will go. I don't know. We'll find out and see. But that's just what happens. You just got to throw them in there and see what happens. And we got 1 girl in shed right now. In the water bowl. Eyes all glass blued over. So she probably won't get a male. Well, this rack here is not going to get any more males probably for, well, I may. I don't know. I haven't lowered the temperature yet. I'll probably just throw the males in there to see what happens. Because amazing how they try hard to fit in a water bowl. Exactly. Exactly. I kind of like these other water bowls that I got for the snakes I got from Reptile Barn. Because, let me make sure I don't show any of the snakes up top. It's these water bowls here. They can't tip them over and they can't get underneath them. I may end up getting them for the whole collection. But those things are about $5 a piece. So, that's a little bit pricey. Turn my fans on here, get that air circulating. I did clean them out today, give them new water, food, bedding. Bunch of girls pregnant, which is good. Anybody have anything they want to talk about today? Open discussion? Anything at all? Do you know the different kind of rats? Dumbo, Rex, hairless? No, Tone, I sure don't. I think Andy Reid might be fired after season if he doesn't get past division playoffs. That's possible, but the Chiefs are doing so much better than they've done in the past since he's been there. You just got to remember, you do have a rookie quarterback. He is having a awesome year, but we'll see what happens, and we'll just see. Chiefs are playing very, very, very well. They are the leader of the conference, and they play tomorrow night against the leader of the NFC conference. So we'll see if we can beat the Rams and take over the whole NFL record-wise. Let's see here. What's that question? Dawn, would you get a retic, Burmese, boa, or anaconda? I would love to get a super dwarf retic, and I would love to get a Burmese python, albino. But living in Florida, it's harder. Let's see here. Let's take a look at some NFL scores. Let me pull it up here. Hopefully everybody's having a great Sunday. All right, let's see here. Switch this around. DCR Sports Talk. Seahawks beat the Packers. The Colts beat the Titans, or are beating the Titans. They're going to win. The Giants are leading the Buccaneers in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars are leading the Steelers in the fourth quarter. There's a tie ball game in Detroit at the Panthers and Lions. And then let's see here. The Cowboys are, I guess there's no score in the Cowboys because it's not showing one. I don't know. That's weird. The Ravens are tied with the Bengals. But the Texans are beating the Redskins. And then you got games that are later today and tomorrow. All right. So let's see here. Cowboys are up 19-12, according to Jason. That's surprising. Let's see here. So, it's an awesome day here in Florida. The weather's great. And of course it's quiet in here because everybody is in the other room, probably on TikTok. So, whatever. And let's see here. That's funny. Here's CJ's. Spinner Blast female. And TJ, I don't use it either. They are on it 24/7. From the time they get up till the time they go to bed, they are on their phones. So, one girl that has not ate yet since she's been here is this girl here, which is a spiderhead desert ghost. Goes by the name of Nook. Has not ate yet, but I'm not worried. This girl, every time tub opens, she's ready. That's Jasmine. I got all these snakes a couple weeks ago. Well, last weekend. And last Thursday, I believe. And 5 of the 6 did eat last Saturday. 5 of the 6 did eat last night. So I'm not worried about it. Nook, the one I showed you, laid eggs, I'm wanting to say about 5 or 6 weeks ago. So she's had 5 or so meals, but she's being kind of picky, which is fine. I'm not going to breed them this season, so I'm not worried. I'm not going to breed the spider head desert ghost until next season when I have a desert ghost male. So that is the plans on that. All the classics I got, which is 4 of them, are going to go into the breeding group this year. And I'm going to try to prove out 4 of my males, which is the 2 cinnamons and the 2 that I think are pastel calico inchies. Chances are those will be available, not the cinnamons, but the possible calico inchy pastels will be available after I get a clutch out of them. Which, let's see, are right here. This guy here. And this guy here. This guy's in shed right now. So, depending, I don't know, TJ, if that's the actual morph it is. That's what I'm just thinking it is. From the pictures I've seen online versus what I see in person, I think that it is going to be a pastel inchy calico. And chances are both of them will be up for sale after I get through breeding them once to prove them out, because I do not want to get rid of them until I know exactly what they are. So that's the thing there. I may even enter them into the giveaways. I don't know yet. But we do have that 500 subscriber giveaway going on right now. And I have not announced the snake yet, but I will when we get closer to the 500 subscribers. They just didn't stand when they was sung. I'm not going to touch that subject. But anyway, yeah, everything's going good. I'm going to do some switching to some tubs after the live stream. Got everything else around the house done, so I don't have to worry about doing anything else. I'm just going to do 1 rack tonight and 1 rack probably sometime this week, because I can't do just 1 tub. I need to do the whole rack because the way I have the heat going to it. And like last night, I had to do this rack and these 2 racks all at once because they are running off of one side of my thermostat. So that's what's going on with that. But hopefully things will turn around and I can get me some pairings going up and give me some babies. So let's see here. Got a classic back there. That is Blanche. Hopefully she'll give me some eggs this year. She didn't last year and she didn't the year before. Well, the year before I didn't have her just yet. Or something, I don't remember. Now, this girl is blowing up in size. Let me turn the camera around on this one. Look how big she's getting. She's exploding. So, I'm throwing... I'm going to throw Billy the Kid to her to try to prove her out to be het pied. And hopefully I can prove her out to be het pied, which would be awesome because that'll be 3 pied clutches this year if they all 3 go. I'm doing the het to visual here, het to visual here, and then I'm doing a albino to a pied, which that clutch will be held back. I might be selling the males out of it just so I can, you know, because I got to breed again next year because the females aren't going to be ready for 2 to 3 years anyway. So that way I'm not, you know, I can let other people take advantage of that situation because they're not going to do me any good. But that's what's going on. Hopefully they'll get to flirting and get to some lockups. But we'll see. Cross fingers, that's about it. Well, that'll work, TJ. I'm not much into leopard geckos anymore. But we'll see what happens. I've never tried to breed this many females at once. This is my biggest year yet. So, and again, I'm breeding 15 different females. If I get 5 clutches out of it, I'll be happy. So, and I think my incubator will hold 4 or 5, maybe 6. Let me look. Yeah, depending on how big the clutches are, probably 5 or 6. So if I see a lot of them growing and, you know, getting bigger and I feel eggs, then yes, I will do what I can do to get a bigger incubator. So that's the plan on that. So what else is going on out there in YouTube land? A lot of my females are a lot bigger this year. So hopefully they will do me some justice this year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about the clutches that I could possibly get.
I'm stealing your shoes. Goodbye. Have a great day.
So we'll see. So I went ahead and watched that video for probably the 5th time about the Stormtrooper. That, they don't know if it's a fluke or if that's a new morph from the last video I've seen. I would love to see what made it and try to do it because that is an amazing snake. Let's take a look here. Ah, here it is. I guess I do know it after all. It's saying the Pastel Exantic is what it is. Well, now that I know that, that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. Got to get some stuff done. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Morph Monday and Table Talk Tuesday. So, without further ado, I'm going to let everybody know that I'm sending snakes out to tomorrow in an email if I'm shipping tomorrow or I'm shipping next week. So, or the week after. So we will see tomorrow when I call Reptiles Express what they say, and I'll talk to everybody tomorrow in the next live stream.